Now, cloning vector. So in unit 1, you have seen that during that rDNA, recombinant DNA technology, we are actually taking some part of the donor. है ना, हम लोग डोनर से जो है कुछ पार्ट लेते हैं एंड वी एक्चुअली क्लोनिंग दैट थिंग विद द प्लाज्मिड. So in during that time, cloning vector is actually coming a very big role. So the molecular analysis of the DNA has been played a possible by the cloning of the DNA. Two molecules that are actually required for the cloning the DNA to be cloned and the cloning vector. ठीक है, हम लोगों ने जो देखे थे पुराने लेक्चर में उसकी बात के बारे में यहाँ पे कर रहा हूँ. So the cloning vector is a small piece of the DNA taken from a virus and plasmid or the cell or a higher organism that can be stably maintained in the organism into which a foreign DNA that is fragment can be inserted. So in my previous lecture you have seen that there is something called donor DNA and other side there was something called bacterial plasmid. So the plasmid was actually opened and donor DNA was actually inserted like this. Some enzymes like DNA ligase and restriction enzyme taken into the picture. So that thing we're actually trying to see here. So most of the vectors are actually genetically engineered. Vector means this thing. Okay. So the cloning vector is chosen according to the size and the type of the DNA to be cloned. What type of DNA you are actually trying to clone? What type of DNA you are trying to clone? Based on that, its size will be mentioned. Size will be determined. Here you can see one picture. This picture actually taken from actual scientific lab where they are doing such kind of cloning activity. Okay, I think the software whatever used in this particular area, it was I think MetaGene, if I'm not wrong, MetaGene or SnapGene, I think, if I'm not wrong. So here you can see this particular area. This is the inserted. This is the inserted part, this thing. Okay, and this part was actually the remaining part, that is this part, the remaining this part. This is actually from from the plasmid or the vector we can say. So the size of vector it will be dependent on the size of the DNA. Whatever I was actually mentioning here in that particular area. So that's why the vector therefore contain the feature that allow for the convenient insertion of the or removal of DNA fragment in or out of the vector. For example, the treating of vector and the foreign DNA with a restriction enzyme and then ligating the fragment into together. ठीक है, अभी जो तुम लोग देख रहे हो यहाँ पे वट एवर यू आर ऑब्जर्विंग इट इज एक्चुअली वेरी नाइसली फिटेड. फॉर दैट द एंजाइम्स आर एक्चुअली टेकन केयर ऑफ. एंजाइम जो है वो इसको यहाँ पे फिट किया. So enzymes are actually that is helped for that. So like the DNA restriction enzyme and the ligase enzyme. So after DNA fragment that is has been cloned into the cloning vector, it may be further subcloned into the another vector for the design purposes. Okay, subclone. I'll tell you subclone in my next discussion. So why cloning vector? हम लोग cloning vector क्यों use करते हैं? Already you are very much aware, but still again I'll like to mention that cloning vector is used as a vehicle to artificially carry foreign genetic material into another cell where it can be replicated and expressed. ठीक है. For example, in the example of insulin, whatever you have seen, insulin के केस में हमने देखा था कि during insulin making in our body there are some gene which are actually responsible for making insulin. So what we did, we have taken that insulin out and we have inserted that insulin into a vector. जो पार्ट है हमने एक वेक्टर में हमने ऐड किया. सो दैट वेक्टर व्हेन इट विल बी गो एंड एक्सप्रेस्ड, then within this vector we have particular this gene will be first transcribed and then translated. After translation it will be create the protein. That protein will be the insulin protein. ठीक है. So that's why cloning vector is actually used. It is also used to amplify a single molecular DNA into many copies. And cloning vectors are actually DNA molecules that are used for the transport of the cloned sequence between the biological host and test tube. Without the cloning vector, molecular gene cloning is actually totally impossible. Okay, ये जो cloning vector है, this one, without this part, the gene cloning is completely impossible. You cannot do. There are no any other method. Other method is yes, CRISPR. You might be thinking, you might be saying that CRISPR, but CRISPR is newly developed. It is not so much old concept. Newly developed CRISPR. As of now, for easy technology, we do not have any other method other than cloning vector. Okay, so let me tell you something about the vectors in the जीन क्लोनिंग. आई थिंक ये जो नाम मैंने यहाँ पे मेंशन किया है, हार्बर्ट बॉयर, देन कोशी इतुकुरा एंड देन आर्थर रिक्स. सो इन साइंटिस्ट के नाम मैंने पहले भी अपने स्लाइड्स में बताया था. आई होप यू कैन रिकॉल देयर नेम्स, है ना. सो साइंटिस्ट आर वर्किंग इन द बॉयर्स लैब, दैट इज यूनिवर्सिटी इन कैलिफोर्निया, and they have recognized a general cloning vector is actually unique restriction site for the cloning into the foreign DNA and expression of a antibiotic resistant gene for the selection of the transform bacteria. So it's a story where they are working in a particular lab and they have found something restriction site for the gene restriction. Okay. Then in 1997, they have described the first vector, which is actually designed for the cloning purposes. This is called actually PBR322. It was another plasmid. This is the first time. Okay, you have seen in my previous lecture, I have told you the various facts of the genetic engineering. At that time, I have told you the first genetically engineered that is animal. It was the mice. 1970 के आसपास जो है वो बना था. ठीक है. So you can correlate that thing, and the vector was small, almost actually 4 kb, almost 4 kb. kb माने किलोबाइट, kb माने किलोबाइट. ठीक है. Now you might be wondering that sir, the vector whatever actually saying this is almost 4 kilobyte, but when we talk about the kilobyte, this is actually coming under the discussion of the computer, है ना. कंप्यूटर में किलोबाइट जो शब्द है हम उसको वापस यूज करते हैं. So how you can correlate the gene with this thing? Actually, when they are actually transcribing all those things, when they are actually doing the preliminary studies, they are actually doing the preliminary study in the in silico way. In silico. Now what is in silico? In silico means computer. साइंटिस्ट लोग जब काम करते हैं ना, बिफोर डूइंग द एक्सपेरिमेंट इन लैब, they actually do the same experiment. They actually simulate the entire process in computer. So in computer, when they have done, they have found that the vector size was very small, almost 4 kb, 4 kb के आसपास है. All of you are aware kb, mb, then your gb, and then tb, kilobyte, megabyte, then terabyte and gigabyte, है ना. So here is a very interesting picture. Now I think you can correlate, you can recall whatever the things you have seen in the previous days. So here you can see this picture, and let me tell you the features of a common cloning vector. What should be the common features? So first is the origin of the replication, then cloning site. Have I added anything else? Yes. Then like selective marker and reporter gene or marker gene. So this will be the various features. So now what is the origin of replication or ORI? Sometimes we write as in short form ORI. So this makes the autonomous replication of the vector. Autonomous replication. Your vector will be autonomously, it will be replicated. So ORI is a specific sequence or nucleotide from where replication actually starting. So when foreign DNA is actually linked to the sequence along with this vector replication, foreign desirable DNA also start replicating into the host cell. Now another feature is the cloning site where the cloning will be happening. Where your cloning will be happening. For example, you can see this site, this particular area. This is the cloning site. This is the remaining thing actually our that vector. So cloning site is this one. In this area, our the interest, gene of interest, which gene we are actually happy to insert, that gene will be inserted. That is cloning site. So cloning site is a place where vector DNA can be digested and the desired DNA can be inserted by the same insertion, same restriction enzyme. So it is a point of entry or analysis of the genetic engineering work. And recently recombinant DNA containing a multiple cloning site. Okay, this is very important for you. At this site, at the place where our gene of interest will be come and fix. Okay, so this is very much important. Nowadays, scientists done a very interesting thing called multiple cloning site. MCS means in that particular vector there are multiple areas that you can clone. Okay, this can be up to that is a 20. एक जो है एक ही वेक्टर में तुम 20 डिफरेंट जो है दैट इज अ पर्टिकुलर जीन तुम वहाँ पे इंसर्ट कर सकते हो. Okay, so it's a very interesting thing. So in future we'll be observing there are lots of new species, or not species actually. There are lots of new advanced organism or plants, which will be showing much more better that is a effect. Okay. So another feature. This is called actually selectable marker. So selectable marker actually is a gene that actually confers the resistance to a particular antibiotic or a selective agent that could be normally kill the host cell or prevent its cell growth. Okay, and cloning vector contains a selectively marker which confer on the host cell or an ability to survive and proliferate in a selective growth medium containing the particular antibiotic. So whatever you have seen in the previous time that some of the genes actually showing resistance of a particular antibiotic. So that thing actually we are trying to say here. Okay, so another feature actually the reporter gene or marker gene. So reporter gene are actually used in the cloning vector to facilitate the screening of the successful clones by using the features of these genes that allow the successful clone to be very easily identified. So if you are making some cloning, you have to analyze, you have to that is see its expression. So for that, reporter gene will be take a very important role. So first, such features actually present in the cloning vector is used for the blue-white selection. You can see blue-white selection. So when we will do the activities, you'll be able to that is see such kind of things. One of my biotechnologist friend just today morning he sent me some very interesting picture. He actually taken various mango में आम है ना आम की डिफरेंट वेराइटीज है इंडिया में तुम लोग को पता है मुझे भी सारा कुछ पता नहीं जितने भी आम की वेराइटीज है आई डोंट नो अबाउट ऑल दोस थिंग्स सो व्हाट ही डिड ही हैड टेकन 5 different varieties and he have cloned all the 5 different varieties into one particular plant. अभी उस प्लांट से जो है जो भी आम आ रहे हैं ना एक ही जो है आम की जो पौधा है प्लांट है एक ही प्लांट से जो है डिफरेंट आम की जो है दैट इज फ्लेवर वो आ रहे हैं. So this is possible only because of the this technology, genetic engineering. So additional properties, what are the additional properties? So the vector should be short and small. So what are the vector? You can see this thing. It should be very small and short. It should be compatible with the host cell. If you are giving some vector with your that is a donor into human body should tolerate. It should not engulf or destroy that thing. So it should be compatible. And incompatible with the other factors, if you are using the multiple cloning, then it should become high in copy number, and it should be able to express itself in utilizing the host machinery, and it should be able to move under two systems like prokaryote and eukaryote system. Okay, so these are the some additional properties. Now come to the types of cloning vector. What are the various types? One of the type is plasmid. I hope you can remember in my last 3 or 4 lectures, several times I have used the word plasmid. When I have giving you some example, various time I have told you that this is the donor, and this is the donor, and this is the particular vector. I told you vector as a plasmid. ओके है ना मैंने बॉटम जो है कहा था कि वेक्टर जो है वो प्लाज्मिड है. सो अपार्ट फ्रॉम प्लाज्मिड जो मैक्सिमम केस में यूज होती है इसलिए मैंने प्लाज्मिड के नाम ही लिया था. अपार्ट फ्रॉम प्लाज्मिड यू कैन ऑल्सो यूज बैक्टीरियोफाज that is a cosmid. You can use the bacterial artificial chromosome. It is in short we call it as a BSC. Then yeast artificial chromosome, human artificial chromosome. Very important. So whatever the artificial things are you are observing, these things are actually made on lab. Okay, जो है लैब में बनाया गया सारा कुछ. These are not all available in previous synthetic these things. Then retroviral vector. Okay, these are the various cloning vector. Maximum time the things actually used is the plasmid. In terms of in case of the insulin making, in that video also we have seen they have used the plasmid. Other than plasmid, you can use the remaining other thing, bacteriophage, cosmid, bacterial artificial chromosome, that is called BSC, yeast artificial chromosome, it should be YSC, not BSC, yeast YSC, then human artificial chromosome HSC, and retroviral vector. Then now let me take to you one by one about all these various topics. Let me first tell you about the plasmid. So all of you are aware what is plasmid. So plasmid actually you have seen in my the lecture of that how penicillin is working, or how bacteria is actually getting resistant to the antibiotic, there I have told you that bacteria are actually using plasmid. बैक्टीरिया जो है प्लाज्मिड यूज करता है, तुम लोग को याद होगा वो वीडियो है ना, जहाँ पे मैं बताया था कि जो है इफ देयर आर टू बैक्टीरिया and they want to share some information to each other, they will be using plasmid. The way you people are using WhatsApp, Instagram or other social media for communication, similarly bacteria are actually using one channel, and within that channel they are actually sharing plasmid. So in simply I will tell you in simple manner that plasmid is an anonymously replicating circulating double-stranded extra chromosomal DNA which is physically separated from the chromosomal DNA and can replicate immediately. And they are most commonly found in bacteria, already I have told you, and sometimes they are present in the archaea and eukaryotic organisms also. The size of a plasmid is varies from 1 to 200 kb. Okay, and the most general plasmids may be used to clone DNA. Its size should be up to, that's 10 kb. Up to 10 kb जो है उसका size हो सकता है. And many plasmids have high copy number, and copy number is actually used to produces greater yield, for the greater yield of recombinant plasmid for subsequent manipulation. However, the low copy number plasmids may be preferably used in certain circumstances. For example, when protein from cloned gene is actually toxic to the cell. When protein from cloned gene actually toxic to the cell, at that time we shall go with the low copy number. For example, like this. These are the various plasmids: PBr322, PUC18, then F plasmid and Pol plasmid. Okay. So you can see this is the picture of a plasmid. Already you have seen. Already you have seen this thing in our previous time. I think you can correlate this picture. This is the plasmid and this is the gene of interest. ये जो जीन है, मान लो कोई भी एक जीन जो है तुम जो है उस जीन को एक्सप्रेस करना चाहते हो. For example mango. There is mango. Which mango is actually very amazing in taste. That's why you want to take out this gene and you want to insert that gene in another particular mango plant, so that that mango plant may give you such kind of features. So in that case, you will be take out that gene of that your favorite or so sweet taste mango, and you will be inserting that thing under bacterial plasmid in this area. In this area, you can see it was actually inserted. Then it will be then this part will be actually electroporated into the E. coli cell. You can see E. coli की जो cell है उसमें आ गया. Then the cells actually plated on this part actually be that is multiplied, and then you may use this particular thing for the expression. Okay, so this is about the plasmid. Now come to the second part called human artificial chromosome, HSC. So human artificial chromosome may be potential useful for a gene transfer vector from gene delivery to human cells. Already we aware that thing. And this tool actually used for the expression studies and determining the human chromosome function. If your chromosome is not functioning properly, you can that is a check. You can assay that thing. You can analyze by using this particular process. So it can vary very large DNA fragment. There is no upper limit on size of the practical that is purposes cloning the capacity. Okay, it was actually this part. Just a second. I think some mistake I have done. ये जो है picture काफी बड़ा हो गया. Picture is much more bigger. That's why what I presume you are not able to see. I'll fix it later. I'll fix it. But for now, I'll fix it. There are some mistakes. I'll fix it. Anyway, you may just see. This is our human chromosome. This is our human chromosome. You can see this is the centromere. This red part. This is the telomere. Already you are aware about that. Now replication origin. These are the various your DNA are actually present, and these are the various gene in our entire DNA. All the that is a DNA code will not be replicated. Only some part will be replicated, and some part will be replicated, and some part will be have some function. It will translate into protein. we call it as a gene. Okay, so this is something about, yeah. So what we are doing, we are actually making the human artificial chromosome. So you can insert particular that gene in particular this area. So when it will be replicated with the your entire chromosome, it will be replicated with that particular things. So whatever the our actual human chromosome you can see here, this thing actually made in a smaller scale, in a small scale. Same, we have mimicked that thing. We have mimicked that thing in a small scale. So this you can see centromere actually coming here, telomere is actually here, and this part actually reduced. Only we have taken the replication origin and the gene in particular these areas. Okay, so this is the artificial chromosome. So what determined the choice of vector? So already I have told you, and you might have seen in the feature section, I have told you the insert size, the vector size, distribution size, and cloning efficiency. This will be the determining that is factor. Okay, so if I tell you that what is the size in terms of various vector like plasmid, bacteriophage, cosmid, BSC, PSC, and YSC. So if you see that a yeast, whatever I told you, na, here, I hope you can see here the yeast artificial chromosome, human artificial chromosome, and these things. So whatever I have mentioned here, if I tell you their size, I mentioned here this size. So you can see yeast artificial chromosome is actually the bigger size. You know why? Because we are using heavily this particular chromosome in fruits. For you, ITS fruits and plants. We are using that thing. The other things are also you can see, but the smallest is actually plasmid. If a gene is very sensitive, so in that case you are actually using plasmid. Earlier time when this field actually emerging, plasmid based genetic engineering or plasmid based vector was highly popular then.